the single "Complicated," produced by Rex Rideout. I'm very excited about it. Feel really good. It's very soulful. Um,
Yes.
we shot the video for it as well, and it was centered and based in South Central LA. That's where I'm from, and we were paying homage to the movie Baby Boy and John Singleton. Um, and I just think it's a really great record.
Thanks for joining Pop Fusion's Top 10 Music Video Countdown. I am here with Billboard chart-topping artist Leela James. Leela, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
How has your quarantine been treating you?
It's been treating me fine. It's just making me use a lot of patience.
Yeah, well, you're back with a new single, Complicated. Tell me
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, yes, the single "Complicated," produced by Rex Rideout. I'm very excited about it. Feel really good. It's very soulful. Um,
Yes.
we shot the video for it as well, and it was centered and based in South Central LA. That's where I'm from, and we were paying homage to the movie Baby Boy and John Singleton. Um, and I just think it's a really great record. I think it's a great record. I think it feels good. I think it's reminiscent of the throwback years of the 70s, 80s, and some 90s up in there. But it's just really good music, really good, feel good, so good, soulful music that I feel like we need right now in this pandemic.
For sure. I love the song. So relatable, I feel like,
Thank
to
you.
everybody in relationships. And I also love that you paid homage to this movie. What brought about that idea? Were you like watching the movie and was like, I really want to write about this? Or what brought that about?
Well, what brought it about is the song, the title is called "Complicated," and
Yeah,
so many of us can relate to being in situations that, are complicated and sometimes unnecessarily complicated. And when I thought of
unnecessarily
the movie
complicated.
Baby Boy, their relationship was so complicated, the relationship between the character Taraji and Tyrese, it was a complicated one. They didn't really like each other at times, but then they also really, really did love one another. And so it was, I think that's a lot of times for so many people. And then it was not just their relationship in that movie, it was the relationship between the mother and son. That was a complicated relationship between the friends. You had one guy that's trying to get out of the streets and do right and walk with God, and then he's like, but the streets keeps pulling him. So it was like it's a
Yeah.
lot of it was a lot of dynamic relationships and situations in that movie that were really complicated, and I just thought it was fitting for the song, and it would be dope to try to pay homage at the same time um, to a place where I'm from.
Yeah, I'm from
And
LA
John
too.
Singleton was from LA too, so.
Yeah. So during quarantine, do you feel like your art has kind of been more inspired, like where you feel like you want to like write or put out more music, or do you feel like it's done the opposite?
Um, Initially, it was doing the opposite. I didn't feel creative at all. I'm
Yeah.
getting back into a creative space since the release of this single, and um, I think that it's just a process. We have to go through what we have to go through, and just really, really adjust to the new world and new life. And I just wasn't feeling initially like doing anything but trying
Yeah.
to stay alive.
Yeah. I feel like that's everybody.
Mhm.
And you've been in the music industry for so long. Like I feel honored to even speak to you. And
Thank you.
you've seen the music industry go through so much. It's changed so much. What do you think about like R&B or soul music today? Like you said, you feel like the world needed this song. Is that because you feel like music is missing something today, or what do you think about the way that the music industry has moved?
Well, I just feel like the world is in a great deal of pain. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's in a great deal of pain. So, that being said, there's room to feel good, even if it's just for a few moments. And I think when you make music that makes people kind of forget about the realities of whatever that pain is, it's always helpful. And when you think about some of the soul greats, you know, they made timeless, good feel good music in times when it was needed the most. Marvin Gaye, you know,
Yeah.
what's going on? You know what I mean? There's just been again historic times and where music has served as a form of therapy. So yeah, I think it's time for, you know, some good feelings,
Yeah.
happy feelings.
Are you gonna keep putting out some music for us, or what do you
Yes,
have
I'm
coming?
finishing up the album, so there'll be more music to come.
Awesome. Speaking of your long career, I saw that you performed at the Victoria's Secret fashion show like 2 years ago. That
Hmm.
is amazing. What was that experience like, being
Oh,
on
that was
that
an
stage?
awesome experience because I was the first African American soul singer to walk those stage, that catwalk, Victoria's Secret catwalk stage, and sing on it. And I
Yeah.
had all girl, female
Oh,
African
that's
American
amazing.
choir behind me. So we felt real amazing and real empowered. It was a good moment for me for sure.
Yeah. Do you feel like you're one of the artists that is like keeping soul music alive today?
I like to think that I am. I've been told I am. I don't think that soul music is dead. I mean, now when you have so many soulful artists, I just think
Yeah.
people are quick to say, "Oh, you're keeping it." No, I'm not the only one. It's a full lifeline. There's plenty of soul artists out there.
Yeah.
Play the music.
Speaking of other soul artists, like who are some newer artists today that you would say that you love, or like music that you're really like vibing to?
I mean, I think her is doing a really great
Yes.
job right now, and I think she's extremely talented. So yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Who are some of your influences?
Well, I'm influenced by like the older soul artists, the great
Yeah.
greats, you know, the Aretha Franklins and the Al
Yeah.
Greens. I say this all the time. You know, I mentioned Marvin Gaye. I'm influenced by those type of artists. Stevie Wonder.
That's amazing. So if you could collab with any artist today, like who would it be? If you
Stevie
had like a who?
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think you could I think that you can do something with that. Um, so do you have a date on your album coming up?
The album will be out this spring, summer. It's
Okay.
late spring, early summer. Hmm.
And is there anything else you could tell us about it? Like any collabs, any
I
titles?
cannot tell you about, excuse me. I can't speak on the features, but I can tell you that it's going to make you have a glass of wine every and
Okay.
enjoy it. Feel good
I like
while
that vibe.
listening to it.
Okay, I hear your children in the background.
Yes, you know, I'm a mama
Speaking,
full time, so
yeah, speaking of that, how do you balance all of that, especially during quarantine?
um I pray.
And
Pray.
do your kids like, do they know what you do, or like do they have an understanding of who their mom is?
They do. They do, but they don't really totally care.
Yeah.
I'm just mommy. Yeah.
What would you say to them if they wanted to like pursue a career in music?
I would say, you know, follow your dreams. Definitely
Yeah.
follow their dreams, and I'm support them. But you know, I don't want them to go through some of the things that I went through. So I will just definitely try to guide as best as possible from my experience.
Okay. Well, and I want to leave people with, if anybody's trying to pursue a career in music, since you've done it so well and had such a long career, what advice would you give to somebody out there just starting out in music?
Uh, I would just say, I mean, now it's like it's just open sesame. You could just put out music, put the
Yeah.
music out, put it out.
Yeah, on like digital platforms or
Yeah,
whatever.
just put it out.
Okay, well, thank you so much for talking to me. I'm so excited about the new music you have coming out. And I love the single Complicated. I love the music video. Um, I love it all.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I
Of
appreciate it.
course, of course. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. Okay.